Semi-final number 1 in the blomcup. We are about to witness some high quality, full speed gameplay. We have Div, we have Paragraf, we have Kakkou, and we have Cam that are going to be fighting for 2 out of 4 available positions in the grand final of this competition, with a prize pool of €600 in total. And all of these 4 want to make it to the grand final. Gonna be a very exciting, very stacked match as well. All these 4 players are very fast, and it's gonna be pretty tough to tell who's gonna make it, even though we do have the favorites being the 2 AR players in the names of Div and Paragraf. So gonna be difficult to contest these 2. But anything can happen in full speed, so let's see how it goes. Point limit 136 as per usual with finalist mode. And we are going to play on the new map pool for the second playday of the blomcup. GLHF, we're going to be starting right here. F7, yeah, I can press F7. If that's going to be a more pleasant viewing experience for you, I can disable the widgets. Unless you really want to see the widgets. I personally don't mind. But yeah, let's go into the first round. Following Div, the Swiss player for AR. And the first mistake already by Kakkou. First wall touch in pretty much the first available wall. Makes a mistake and is already very, very far back. So that leaves us with Div, Cam, and Paragraf. Cam is a player that I haven't really seen a lot in full speed, to be quite fair. Even though I'm not someone that follows full speed super thoroughly. But I do try to at least follow a lot. So Cam, someone that can certainly be up for a surprise. The French player for Team Meta League right now, actually losing out on a lot of speed right here. Gets passed by Paragraf and will drop down to 3rd place. Div takes first in front of Paragraf and Cam. And then it is Kakkou who is still able to reach the finish line. So the first 10 points go towards Div, Paragraf on 2nd, Cam on 3rd, and Kakkou on 4th. Seems like he's a Team NF player. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Team NF is something that I personally don't follow at all anymore. So, kind of no surprise. But great to see him in Team 2 now. Ay, Kakkou. That lag. Almost unbearable. But yeah, second round. With Div taking an early lead, Kakkou goes out very wide, and I'm not sure if he made a mistake. Yes, he did. He went out too wide and made contact with the left wall. You could even see the skids right there. Kakkou dead. Div alone in the lead. Has already accumulated more than 0.1 gap over Cam. And then it is Paragraf. Oh, Div! Div is dead as well. Div has made a mistake. After having a very comfortable lead, he probably misjudged his entry a little bit on their transition. And complains about the Randstein, gets the minus in the chat. So it looks like he actually got a little bump from the Randstein, which is of course unfortunate. So Div with a DNF, and that will give Cam 10 points to work with. 14 points for him, Paragraf with 12, Div down to 3rd with 10 points, remains with those 10 points, and Kakkou only with 3. Yeah, Randstein can be pretty dangerous, even now in MP4. Where they have been diffused a little bit, but they can still very well throw you off the line and send you right into the next barrier. Always gotta be careful. This round looking good this time around. Paragraf in the lead. Div trying to attack with a very aggressive inside line. And very similar speed outcome here. Paragraf. Yes. Div actually gets more speed out of this one though. Great line by him. And he will win the round. In front of Paragraf, in front of Cam, and in front of Kakkou. That was a great round. And great times as well. 46.14, 46.21, 46.31, and 46.39. So these times have actually been insanely fast. Very good round by all of the players. Div now up to first again with 20. A tie for second. 18 for both Paragraf and Cam. And then Kakkou with 6 only. So, yeah, as per usual, full speed allowing players to take slightly different lines. And allowing for some, yeah, some more speed-based lines or some more inside aggressive lines. It's actually very interesting to see. Also for me, who is like not very experienced at full speed, was absolute garbage at full speed. Very interesting to see this, which makes full speed very exciting to watch, especially when you have these four madmen battling it out right here. In this round, it is Div with an early lead, and he's looking to win this round if he doesn't mess up the last. Oh my. Really? Really, Div? Are you actually kidding me? How did he mess up the last wall, honestly? That was such an unnecessary risk. And he actually took it. He clipped the wall. You went like too low and he clipped the wall. Lucky for him that he was able to finish. He actually finished third in that round. That could have been punished very, very badly. But yes, I apologized. Caster's curse once again. As per usual. This is like the daily business at Riolo's casting office. No matter what match, what style, I jinx everyone. This is like my slogan. I jinx everyone. Unbelievable. Anyway, next round. Great fight actually between Div and Cam here for first place. Even though it will be difficult for Cam to catch up from that little speed disadvantage that he's in. Div will win with a .22. Cam only 500s behind. And we have Paragraf and Kakkou following up on positions 3 and 4 respectively. So great rounds here. Once again, the pace is insane. The pace is insane by the players. This is what we want to see. Div in the lead by 2 points. Paragraf with 32 on second place. Cam with 27. And Kakkou unfortunately has already lost a little bit of points with that DNF that he got. So he needs to do some catching up. But it's definitely not over yet. Especially with the point limit being 136. So you gotta keep that in mind. We're still about to witness a lot of more rounds. Our next map is gonna be... Is it actually the wrong map? Players are complaining about the wrong map, and it is indeed the wrong map. The map will be skipped, and we will play Blame Pass instead. So this is gonna be our second map, ladies and gentlemen. This map built by Hope and Brad Armpit in a duo. So both of these have had their hands on this map.gbx file. After one warm-up, we are going to be live. So far, no one's really getting away a lot. It's not like in the previous match where Sinas Apple just won every single round. This time around, we actually have all of the 4 players being somewhat close to each other. The point difference being 19 points. It's quite hefty, but considering the fact that we still have a lot of rounds yet to come in this match, it is something that can change within a couple rounds. So 19 points right now at this point in the match, still not a lot. Wait, this isn't the Brad map. Oh, it's the Kirill map. Okay, never mind. My bad. Shitcaster, don't recommend me to friends and family. It's actually the map by Kirill. I do apologize for my lack of knowledge. But yeah. None of the players being extraordinarily fast or extraordinarily ahead of everyone else. So this match definitely still pretty close. Going into the first round, let's follow Paragraf here through the first couple of rounds. Goes for a very inside line, the tightest line out of all, which might enable some others that went a bit wider, that went for a wider SD trajectory to actually overtake him. And this is exactly what is happening. Paragraf also with a slight understeer in that SD will get passed by Cam and Div, who have a lot more speed going into the section. And then it is Kakkou, who is already lacking a little bit right here, fighting for the third place here with Paragraf, who continues to lose more speed. So Kakkou up to third place, and it is gonna be the fight for first between Cam and Div. So let's take a look at those two coming towards the last sector of the track. It is Div actually on second place, Cam on first. Div with a tiny bit more speed going into the wall, but will be difficult to catch up from this. Unless Cam makes a mistake right here, Div will not be able to catch up. And this is exactly what happened. Cam will stay in front of Div by 0.04 of a second. That was a very, very great round here by the top two players. Kakkou will secure himself the third position with 4 points, and Paragraf with 3 points at 4th place is actually going to drop down to 3rd place in the total scoreboard as a result. So that was a pretty costly round for him. This time around, great start by Cam and Div, who are going for an inside approach as well, but the general SD quality was maybe a little bit better compared to what we have seen from Paragraf in the previous round. So these two players once again seemingly having a slightly faster pace than the other two, Cam and Div being super far ahead at this point already, more than 0.2. You can clearly see the gap is already pretty big for full speed terms. So Kakkou on 3rd seems to be safe, Cam on 2nd, and Div might take the round home right here with probably a pretty good time as well by the looks of it. And there he goes with a 54.45. Great time by Div, takes home 10 points. Cam with 6, Kakkou with 4, and Paragraf with another 3. So Kakkou and Paragraf definitely losing out on a little bit here on this track. And that could already be mildly decisive for the remaining of the match. Ooh, what an amazing start by Cam. Already more than a whole car length ahead. That is the small differences that you get by being just a tiny bit more precise in TrackMania. Like, it's all about precision and getting those last couple, or shaving off the last couple of thousands, last couple of hundreds out of the track. So this is what makes TrackMania especially exciting. But what an amazing section by Div. He just pulled away. It looks like he pressed B for boost almost. Oh my god, Div. I should stop praising him. Honestly. Like, that is just not good. Div out. He is on the track, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach the finish line. In the lead we have Cam, followed by Paragraf. Most likely not going to be able to make a change. Kakkou on 3rd. Very far behind. But thanks to Div's mistake, he is at least going to get 3rd place with 4 points. And yeah, Div is lost. Div with a DNF. And with that, he is going to lose his lead in the total scoreboard right here. With Cam getting 1st, he is going to move up to 53 points. So Cam is now the new leader of this match. Div down to 2nd, Paragraf on 3rd, and Kakkou on 4th. Going into the next round, Paragraf and Kakkou certainly need to make something happen at this point if they still want to have a saying in the remaining of the match. Because if they continuously take 3rd and 4th place, like in every single round, they're just going to miss out on so many points. As I said before, the point gap in this specific point distribution system is, they're pretty big. So you really want to make sure that you get one of these 10 pointers every now and then if you still want to have a saying in the match. Cam right now only on 3rd place, so this is actually very good for Div, who is sitting there on P1, so he could get himself up to 1st place. Once again, Paragraf also with 6 points, which, as I said before, it's very important to get these 6 or 10 points every now and then. And Div with a Dedimania 1, 54.093. I don't think that's the world record, but that is an insane time to be driven in a match. Really great performance by Div, and with that, he shoots himself up to the lead with 60 points. Wow. This is what we like to see. Great performance by Div for Team Aurora Racing. So after the mistake that he did, he redeems himself and makes up for it by getting Dedi 1. What a turn of events. Oh, Cam completely struggles and he has to DNF, and this is perfect for Div. Once again, if he gets to 10 points, this is the best case scenario for him, because Cam is not going to get any points out of this round. Div could widen the gap between him and Cam in the total scoreboard by 10 points, which is a lot. Paragraf on 2nd place is not going to make a decisive difference here towards the ending, even though he has a little bit more speed. But it's not going to be enough right here. 54.278 by Div and a 3:87 by Paragraf. So these are actually very good times by the top two. Kakkou more than a whole second behind the top two, but he's still able to finish, and that what counts. Even though only 4 points, not going to be enough to come any closer to the top three on the scoreboard that are pretty close to each other, as you can see. Div now with 70 points, halfway through. And then we have a tie for second place between Cam and Paragraf, both with 56 points. Going on to this map now. This is the one that is the duo map by Brad and Hope. One warm-up. And we're gonna be live. So slowly but surely, Paragraf also wants to make something happen. Cam has actually struggled a little bit on the previous map, so maybe it's not his best map. He has had a couple of mistakes, and yeah, thanks to that, Div was of course able to capitalize from that a lot. So maybe the previous map not the greatest for Cam, and considering the fact that we're gonna see the previous map probably another time towards the ending of the match, it is actually gonna be pretty bad for him maybe. So Cam kinda needs to make sure that he
keep it up,
that he gets very good points in the upcoming maps now, so he can maybe rely on, yeah, the point difference that he gets out of these maps now, so he can maybe afford making a couple of mistakes on his bad map. But yeah, let's see. It is just talking. The practice is of course going to be a completely different thing. Going into the first round, thank you for the resub Ozone, by the way. I'll try to keep it up. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, going into the first round, Paragraf off to a very, very good start actually. Also, Valdfee with a resub. Thank you very much for that. 15 months in a row. That is truly, truly amazing. But yeah, let's follow a little of the racing right here. Paragraf actually up to that amazing start. This is what we want to see from Paragraf. We haven't really seen a lot of 10 points right there from him. And also Enemy Devil with another resub. What is going on? Actually insane. Thanks for the 2-month resub. Also greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you for committing. That is really nice. But yeah, Div actually trying to come back. He actually gets a little bit more speed than Paragraf. This could be spicy towards the ending. Div with a lot more speed. And they're only 2 thousandths apart from each other at the ending. Great, great comeback by Div and Paragraf. If the finish block was 1 block further away, Div would have actually gone for the overtake. And he would have gotten the 10 points essentially. So that was actually insane. Mail also with a resub. What is happening? Jesus. Thank you so much, boys. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the content. So Div with great, great effort almost paid off. And he will still be on first place. Paragraf has now gotten away with 66. Cam with 60. Lost a little bit here. So let's take a look at him. He needs to make something happen now. Right now he finds himself on second place. Not as fast as Div. He is on another level. Even though he was dangerously close to that inside wall once again. But he remains on first place. Let's go a little further behind. We have Paragraf on third. And Kakkou not within reach in this round. The fight for second place is hot and spicy. Paragraf going for the overtake in the final wall. He has more speed than Cam. And with that, he is most likely going to secure second place. With Div getting a very, very good time here once again. 51.301 by Div. Gets another 10 points right here. Very, very good looking performance by him. This is what we like to see. And this is what people expected to see as well. This is what the Twitch chat kind of expected. A lot of people have been cheering for Div. And he certainly lives up to the expectations. So right now he's there with a 14-point lead over Paragraf, who is there on second place. Who seemingly is a bit more consistent than Cam. For now, who is also not off to the greatest start right here. Goes for very, very wide lines. Tries to attack now with very wide speed slides to go for more speed, for more exit speed. But right now, it is not really paying off, even though he does come a little bit closer to Kakkou. But still not enough to gain a position at this point. So let's take a look at the fight for first place instead, which is very close. 500ths of a second between Div and Paragraf. But Div is known to be very, very fast at the ending. And once again, he does show that. going into the final looping. Div is not going to let that 10-pointer slip through his hands. 51.426 by him. Paragraf with another 6 points. Very, very important right now, especially considering the fact that it is Cam only getting 3 points out of this round. This is perfect for Paragraf, actually. He will extend his lead over Cam. Now the gap is already 11 points. So Cam also struggling a little bit with this map. Oh, but Paragraf now, actually with a mistake. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. That was a very awkward looking mistake by Paragraf, and this is another opportunity for Cam. In the best case, he should go for the 10 points, but fighting Div, he is on fire. Fighting Div is going to be easier said than done. Cam on second place. Kakkou hasn't really sticked out by getting those top positions. He was always rather in the back, lagging himself into P3 and P4 all the time. But yeah, in this round, the positions look to be set in stone. It looks like Div is going to take it here in front of Cam. And the time, once again, a 0.4. Great performance by Div. Cam on second, Kakkou on third, and Paragraf on fourth. So this is good for Cam. Could have been better, but at least comes 3 points closer to Paragraf. Div now broke the 100-point barrier. 106 points for him. He now needs 3 more victories in a row to become a finalist. The point limit is 136. And then he needs to win just another round to secure his position. This is what the finalist mode means. That is, of course, easier said than done as well for Div. But he can certainly make it happen. Let's take a look at him. Div with a lot of speed. Look at the overspeed that he got out of that section. Great turnover by him. And Div goes from third to first within a blink of an eye. Passes Paragraf, and he's completely outrunning everyone. This almost reminds me of Sinasap's performance in the previous match, where he just outran everyone with a completely out-of-the-world pace. And this is what Div is certainly showing at this point. Leaves no single chance to anyone right now. Paragraf with an important second place once again in front of Cam and Kakkou. Not really too exciting of a round. We had pretty big gaps between the players. So, all in all, we can clearly see that Div is now wanting to close it out. He wants to be done with this. He wants to be over. He wants to finish it and qualify himself for the grand final. And with a performance like this, I think we're going to see an amazing battle already between Div and Sinasap. That is already going to be very interesting. If, of course, Sinasap makes it to the grand final. But I think I am pretty positive about it. So, back onto Triste Vérité, the map by Vince, with a massive gap between first and second place. And then, yeah, I think this is going to be pretty exciting between Paragraf and Cam. Only 10 points. Which is not a lot. Especially with all the upcoming rounds. That can be very decisive. Kakkou with 52 points. Probably needs a miracle at this point to come back. But never say never. Warm up about to end. And then we're gonna go live again. Alright, and off with the start block we go. Following Cam from Metalik. One of the 2 French players, Kakkou and Cam, holding up the French flag. And so far, everyone has survived the start. Everyone actually very, very close to each other. Now the risky Randstein. And it is Cam, actually, the man that I have my Cam on. Actually stumbles over the Randstein and he's out. And this is actually very, very bad for him because he's the man to come closer to Paragraf. He needs to make something happen. And now he's completely out. So this is a great, great opportunity for Paragraf to make a very, very decisive difference. Div on first, of course, not gonna give the 10 points away for free. 46.094 by Div and a 46.12. Really, really great times up front. And then we have Cam with a DNF and Kakkou 9.5 seconds behind, but he at least was able to finish. Insane round for the top 2. Brilliant gameplay. And yeah, now the gap is really big. The gap is widening. Cam cannot afford any more DNFs at this point. One more DNF and it could be the early GG. Paragraf has certainly stepped it up in the second half of the match. Had a little bit of a slow start, but now he found himself into the match, has found his flow and his focus, and right now he is actually leading. He is actually leading even in front of Div, who of course wants to attack. And Div with a slightly optimized line might actually go for the overtake here coming towards the ending. Div with a tiny bit more speed going into the last wall, and it looks like he will leave Paragraf in his dust. But once again, really insane times up front. Paragraf almost had it in his bag, and he also declares his hatred towards Div in the in-game chat, which is understandable. And with that, Div will actually become a finalist, and with that, he could make it a GG, basically. A GG if he wins the upcoming round. All eyes on Div. First finalist attempt for the Swiss player. And yes, let's not talk about that. The Rammstein has actually killed both Cam and Div, so that is a ++. Anticlimactic round number 1. Paragraf in the lead, and with Cam being actually in spectator mode, he has retired. This could actually be the early GG for Paragraf. He is gonna get away by 10 points. He is gonna go up to 109 points. Cam will remain at 81. The gap is actually humongous at this point. This could be GG for Paragraf as well. Oh. Cam is struggling. The pressure is getting him, knowing that, yeah, he had to avoid making mistakes, and he actually did them in the worst possible situation. This is, yeah, probably the early GG already for him. Weak start for Cam. Wait, Div? Seriously? Div out already? Pressure. The pressure. Div has made a mistake, I think, in the wall. He went too low into it or something. That looked pretty awkward, but Div is out once again. He threw away his second finalist attempt. What is this man doing? Is he going for a quick time to impress all of the viewers? Or what is he trying to do exactly? Anyhow, Cam has actually overtaken the rather laggy Kakkou in the last sector of the track. Cam up to second. Paragraf, however, gets the 10 points. And with that, he is gonna get away even further. 119 points. He is coming closer to getting a finalist as well. Finalist attempt number 3 by Div. What is this man doing? All eyes on him. This time it is Kakkou that gets mildly destroyed by the Rammstein. And Div needs a banger of a second half now in order to go for some sort of overtake, because Paragraf is actually on an insane pace, and that is going to be difficult to catch up from, since there's not really a lot remaining on the track. Paragraf looking to deny Div his third finalist attempt, unless Paragraf makes a mistake in the ending, but he avoids making it, and Paragraf with a 0.0 defeats Div and writes wrecked in the chat. Now that is BM right here, and Paragraf goes up to 129 points. Div gets denied once again, and I think he is, yeah, kind of done with it. He is kind of done with it. 3 finalist attempts have gone basically down the toilet. Twice because of his own fault, and then once because Paragraf was simply faster than him. So, yeah, Div is actually struggling to close it out right here, which is something I personally didn't expect to see after his really great performance in the entire match. Finalist status always being kind of a bitch, kind of a very difficult obstacle to overcome, for many players. Finalist mode being, yeah, something that has turned around entire matches. So let's see if it's gonna happen again. That would of course be very unfortunate for Div. But on this map he was actually really strong. And yeah, if he doesn't close it out here, then I don't know. This is a very good map for Div, so he should be able to take it home here at some point. If he avoids making mistakes. And if the others all of a sudden don't drive world records. That is a good warm-up. But the warm-up does not count. It is all about the live rounds. So let's see. Paragraf is still lurking in the shadows. If Div gets denied again, and if Paragraf wins, then we're gonna have double finalists. But with Cam at 87 and Kakkou at 69, it's not really gonna be too interesting, but still pretty exciting. So let's go into the next finalist attempt of Div. Getting denied so many times always hurts your psyche, always hurts your mindset. Cam, that is already one opponent down probably for Div. So we have the three-man battle here for position number 1. It is Div in the lead, followed by Kakkou and Paragraf. Even though Paragraf actually loses out on a lot of momentum, same for Kakkou. So it looks like Div is actually having it in his hands right now. And if he doesn't throw it away in the second half of the track, it is gonna be GG in his 4th finalist attempt. So let's take a look at him. Coming towards the ending. Kakkou is 0.3 behind. And that should be the GG at this point. Coming towards the ending. The last blue part. Last SD. Up the hill. No airtime. And he gets it. Div is through. And he's going to be the first player to qualify for the grand final in the blomcup. That was a rather wonky way of closing out the match. But he will make it happen. And he gets the winner tag added to his name. GG, Div is through, and Paragraf will require another round, basically just another finish to do here in this round, and he's gonna be a finalist as well. So yeah, Cam has completely lost it in the second half. It actually looked very good. Cam has even led this match at some point. He was first in the scoreboard for a short period of time. So Cam has had the pace in the beginning, but then after Paragraf has found his way into the match, after he activated his skill, activated his battery, it was difficult for Cam to keep up. And yeah, with that, I think Paragraf should have it in his pockets, regarding the fact that, yeah, he has multiple finalist status or finalist rounds available for him. It shouldn't go wrong for him. It really shouldn't go wrong for him. So, here we go with Paragraf's first finalist attempt. Is he gonna make it home? Or is he gonna take it home in his first finalist attempt? We're gonna find out. Goes for a very inside line. The others are actually opting for some wider approaches, trying to get a bit more speed, but none of them have actually really been successful at it. So Paragraf already finding himself in a 0.2 advantage going into the turnover, which is a very good margin to work with. But then he stumbles over that edge, and the dreams of closing it out in this finalist round have shattered pretty much immediately, with Kakkou now being in a massive lead, looking to deny Paragraf, and also Cam being in front. Yeah, Paragraf knows it's kind of over and out, even though it is never a good idea to give up, because you never know what happens. Both Kakkou and Cam could potentially make some mistakes, but they did not happen. Kakkou actually clocking in a 0.6. Very good, and with that, they are gonna deny Paragraf's first finalist attempt. Boy, oh boy. Attempt number 2. Alright. Once again, inside line by Paragraf. He knew that it worked last time, and this time around, Seems like it does work as well. And right now he avoids the edge. So Paragraf finds himself in a really comfortable situation, even though he loses a lot of speed. That was not the greatest dupe for Paragraf. So Cam will actually come a little bit closer, but it's not quite enough to make a difference yet. Going into the wall, the gap is still roughly 0.2 of a second. Cam tries to attack, but the track is probably not too long or not long enough to make a difference right here, even though Cam is coming closer and closer with bit by bit. Last straight coming up, Paragraf looking to take it right here, and this is going to be the GG for Aurora Racing. Paragraf, he is going to take it in his second finalist attempt, and with that, he is going to qualify himself for the grand final of the Blom Cup together with Div. Cam and Kakkou are out. GG.